Alan Dershowitz is a retired Harvard Law School professor. He's the author of The Case Against Impeaching Trump, and he joins us tonight. Professor, thanks a lot for coming on. So, assess from a legal perspective, if you would, Jerome Corsi's claim that he was allowed to amend his testimony to correct a mistake that he said was a result of him just forgetting, being 72 and forgetting the details, and then being threatened with prosecution for lying using the first unamended transcript of the testimony. Does that pass the legal smell test?
I don't think so. There's no law prohibiting somebody from being indicted for lying on the basis of the first lie. But in 55 years of practicing criminal law, I have never heard or read of any case where a person was allowed to amend his testimony and then corrected it and was then threatened with indictment for the unamended original alleged lie. That just seems utterly unprecedented if those facts are correct.
So what would be the point of doing that? I mean, what's actually going on here, do you think?
Well, we know what's going on because Judge Ellis told us what's going on. That is, and he was the judge in the Manafort case. That is, the modus operandi of the special counsel is to get as many people as possible to commit perjury or to lie and then squeeze them and use pressure on them to have them testify against the major targets of the investigation. And what Judge Ellis said appropriately is the risk of that is not only will some people sing, but they will compose, they will elaborate, they will tell the story even better because they know that the better the story, the better the deal. But having said that, I don't think that we're going to hear a criminal complaint being taken seriously by the Justice Department against the special prosecutor. That's never happened in history as far as I know. But raising this as a defense, both as a legal defense and as a factual defense, I think has some real credibility. So if the facts are as they say, as he says they are, I think he would have a very defensible case and would have a pretty good chance of winning, and probably would be wise not necessarily to capitulate to the threats of prosecution. Now, there may be more there. I don't know, and I'm not giving him legal advice. But based on what you asked, that seems like a very weak case.
Right, and that is his account of it. But if that's true, and adding that to everything else we know, is it possible that the prosecution, the special prosecutor, has lost sight of the point of this entire exercise, which is to protect the country from a hostile foreign power?
Right, and I would put it a little differently. The special counsel was supposed to have found crimes that already occurred before he became special counsel. That was his mandate, to find crimes relating to Russia. As far as we know, he hasn't found very many of those. What he's done is to help create crimes. That is, he's given people an opportunity to lie. Now, it's their fault if they lie. But these are all crimes that have occurred after he became special prosecutor. That wasn't his mandate. And the other crimes, most of the ones that he found before, are financial crimes, like with Manafort, utterly unrelated to his mandate. The one exception to that may be Cohen testifying about the $100-and-something thousand payment to one of the women, but that's a very questionable case because you're allowed to make contributions to your own campaign, particularly if the purpose is to save you from embarrassment with family and friends and help your business brand. So that's going to be a very, very tough case to bring. We know that from the Edwards case.
How common is this among prosecutors? This kind of behavior, roping, trying to suborn someone into perjury?
It's common when you're dealing with the mafia. It's common when you're dealing with terrorists. But good prosecutors don't try to manufacture crime, and good prosecutors don't necessarily use the threat of prosecution to create evidence that is used to target somebody who may not have committed any crime at all. So, prosecutors do a lot of things, but good prosecutors, I think, don't do what allegedly is being done here. And I think that once the report comes out and once the president has an opportunity through his legal team to respond to the report, maybe we'll see both sides of the issue, which up to now we haven't really seen.
Mafia and terrorist. Jerome Corsi not in either category, of course. Professor, thank you very much. Great to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.